Some forever chemicals may be absorbed through our skin. This article, published by Science News and written by Abdal Tsasani, introduces the idea that forever chemicals may be able to seep through our skin. Forever chemicals are artificial chemicals that cannot be broken down in a natural environment. They are called polyfluoroalkyl substances, also known as PFAs, and they get the nickname forever chemicals because of the unbreakable bond between the carbon and fluorine atoms. It was found in a research project that when 3D human skin models were exposed to forever chemicals, the chemicals could cross the skin barrier, and it is even thought that some compounds can even travel to the bloodstream. These chemicals can harm our bodies because they are unable to break down. The article says that in the United States, most of the PFAs that the population is exposed to are introduced through food, packing dust, and contaminated drinking water. In the article, the author tells about a new study done by Herod Otani Ragnarsdottir and Mohammed Abdal, where 17 PFAs were dissolved in methanol and then applied to a 3D human skin model. It was found that only 11 PFAs were able to cross the skin barrier. And at the end of the article, the author reminds the reader that although skin models can absorb some PFAs, that does not mean it will accurately represent human skin. And that some skin is thicker in some places than others. And that can play a role in what can be absorbed through the skin and into our bloodstream. But regardless of this, people need to be aware of what forever chemicals are and how to limit our exposure to them. I found this article to be remarkably interesting because I have a passion for health, specifically how the things we put into and onto our bodies can affect our health. I did not realize how forever chemicals could potentially enter through the skin and even get into our bloodstream. In the 1940s, forever chemicals were mass-produced by big companies. Things like nonstick pans, furniture, dental floss, waterproof clothing, and cosmetics. Because the bonds are so strong in PFAs, it becomes very, very difficult for our bodies to break them down. And over time, they could be potentially harmful to human life. And even though studies have shown that some forever chemicals can penetrate the 3D skin models, that does not perfectly correlate to human skin in natural conditions. I would love to research other studies further. Some forever chemicals could penetrate the 3D skin models, and it does not perfectly correlate to human skin in natural conditions. Nevertheless, it is important to be aware of the chemicals in our food and clothing because they could be potentially damaging to our health. Our society needs to be more aware of the chemicals being introduced in our everyday lives.